Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Collie TV, and in today's video I'm bringing you a Volcanic Runic deck profile, some combo tutorials, and if you enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you guys let me know down in the comments, I will put, a bit of a collage of replays up, which will, let you really grasp and get a feel for the deck in its entirety. This deck is very fun. I believe to play Volcanic, you really need to run the Runic stuff. It's very good blind, or unknowingly having to go second in game one. And also it's very good going, turn one, because you got nearly 3 draws a lot of the times. And then you have multiple layers of interruption for 2 types of alternative win conditions, which is you have a banishing with the Runic spells, and then you also have burn with the Volcanic cards. It's very fun, very cool. Will be improved a lot once we get this card, Bonfire. We'll just add another 3 cards of consistency. But we're going to go through a quick card by card, and then I'll show you off a FTK, and then like a standard sort of board that you can kind of play, and it will always put them onto maybe only being able to special summon 3 times, then game over. If they pass, you're going to resummon the Emperor, game over. Things of that nature. So let's kick off on the deck list. So first up, we have Volcanic Trooper. This is the new card. This lets you just search a Volcanic card, and then you have a secondary effect where you can pitch any card and put a bomb token on the opponent's field. Bomb token has 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense, and when it's destroyed, they take 500 points of damage. Next up, we have Shell. Shell is infinite resource, very good. We'll see how it goes when the Horus engine comes out, because it has quite a lot of synergies with the Horus engine. Rimfire, this is one of the new ones. So when it's sent to the graveyard, preferably off one of our new accelerator cards, it can banish itself and put a Volcanic in the grave, which is usually the Emperor. Or we can actually just banish an on-field accelerator and replace one face up. It's very, very good. So it will let us get our Volcanic Blaze Accelerator's effect off twice. Very, very strong. It's also a big part of what enables the FTK if we have a certain other spell card in hand. Triple Scattershot. This is an absolute god card. Who doesn't like wiping the board? Doesn't come up all the time. It's also a level 2. Keep that in mind. We play 2 Emperor. I like having 2. I really don't like the idea of ever, say them having Runic and milling it out, and then our game plan just really goes to the wayside. We play 1 of the Inari. Inari is phenomenal, so it's another key component of the FTK, a key component of a large amount of our burn, and he can also, just add to being the Pyro that is banished off the Emperor, so that's very, very strong. We play 3 Fire Ejection, which is pretty rad. Let's just put straight from deck our Volcanic Shell into the graveyard, is generally what we want to do. Puts a bomb token on their side of the field. Once again, helps with the FTK. We play 3 of the new Blaze Accelerator. Not hard once per turn. It will let you special summon a Volcanic card as one effect, and then on a different effect, we can actually send one of our Volcanic cards to the graveyard and destroy it. So it's very, very strong. It has to be a level 1 Pyro, so you're either sending Shell or Rimfire. You're always sending Rimfire, and it will pop a monster on their side of the field. We play 2 Blaze Accelerator, which are banish off this. You can drop this down to 1 and play one of the trap. I just never liked it. I kind of like having the 2 as an option. Because we're playing the Runic engine, it can go to a pretty grindy warfare, so that's why I play 2. We have 2 Runic Fountain, 3 Tip, 3 Curses, 3 Slumber, 3 Destruction. You've seen enough on the Runic. They're very, very good cards, and they synergize very, very good with this deck. We play 1 Inferno because it lets us banish a Pyro and also negates effects. There is a secondary effect, but it barely ever comes up, but it will let us recycle some cards. 1 Emission. This is key for the FTK. It also lets us special summon our Emperor straight from deck. So potentially having 2 Emperors on field that's 1,000 life points burn per special summons. Very good. And then our game ender, the Fire Art. It's very good. Notice it says Tribute Fire Monster, 1 Fire Monster. So it is a cost. So we are able to get the Emperor straight off the field in response, and it does come up quite a lot to play around their cards. The side deck, the Queen, is pretty cool because it's a searchable kaiju. Everything else, look, I've just been mashing up, trying different things. As the ladder's only just reset and we're in between now and Argov. So this will completely change up. You play this, you know, completely to preference. Our extra deck, we play 2 Hugin, 1 Munin, 1 Geary, Freki. Trying the new card never comes up, but it's in there. It may. We play 2 Fire Charm, which is a part of our combo. To get the Inari on field, you need to have a spellcaster. So we play 2 Fire Charmer and 2 Enema. The Enema is for when we go straight in off the volcanic shell, and the Heater is for when we have the Hugin on field and our shell. So we'll just make the Heater, and then that's our spellcaster to go along with our other Pyro Fire monster. Play 1 Masquerader, we generally end on this. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, good card. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, good card. Access code, because we have a fire and a dark, like at least we get 2 pops. And then we also play the 1 Ling Ling because I refuse to lose to Ibli, and we have the space. I'll show you off 2 of the combos. First off, we'll do the FTK, and then we'll do just like a general hand one. Alrighty, so for the FTK, we need the Fire Ejection, Trooper, and then just this is a discard, so don't worry about the runic cards. So generally, if you can get to these 2 cards, we are laughing. So I'm going to start off by activating the Trooper. Trooper's going to let us search for the Accelerator. We're going to activate his effect, discarding our, you know, blank card, and this is going to let us put a bomb token on their side of the field. We're going to activate Fire Ejection now, and we're going to let ourselves send the shell and also put another token on their side of the field. We're going to activate the Blaze Accelerator. It doesn't matter which order, but you can activate Blaze Accelerator, and then we're going to activate the shell to give us our other shell in hand. Now, Accelerator has its 2 effects, remember? So the first one being we're going to special summon a volcanic card, which is really, really nice. And then we're going to activate its second effect, which is going to send the Rimfire to the grave, which will produce one of its next effects and pop a bomb token. So we're going to use the pop of this, and we're going to neg them 500 life points. Rimfire is going to activate its effect. We're going to banish the Accelerator and put another Accelerator out on the field. Cool, so now we can, you know, look at getting the FTK. So we have our shell. We're going to go into our spellcaster. Here is our spellcaster. It's going to cost us 500 life points, but it's worth it. We're going to use the shell to grab ourselves another shell. We're going to be able to activate our Accelerator, putting another shell on the field once again. Really, really nice card advantage. We're going to send the Enema. This does not start a chain. Enema, which is a spellcaster, and our Fireboy for our Inari. Now, Inari is really cool because when it's special summoned, you can target 1 card on your opponent's field and you can inflict the damage equal to its attack points. So we've popped 1 token, but they have a secondary token, which is another 1,000 points of damage. Very, very strong. So that's going to do its effect and reduce by 1,000. We now activate the second effect of Blaze Accelerate again, setting another Rimfire, who's going to be able to pop their token and do 500 points of damage. Rimfire is going to activate its effect, banishing itself to put the Emperor into grave. So now to complete the FTK from here, we send the Trooper and the Inari to the graveyard to special summon the IP. Inari is going to activate its effect, and it's going to allow us to grab our Spiritual Fire Art, which is going to be a free 3,100 points of damage. We now activate, we now summon our Emperor and activate its effect. We're going to burn for 2k, and it's going to allow us to set straight to field emissions. If you have emissions already in your hand, you set the other trap, vice versa. So this is going to let us special summon an Emperor, or it's going to let us target an Emperor. Well, it doesn't have to be Emperor, but we're going to target the Emperor and do half of its attack points as burn damage. So that's another 1,550. We now set the Fire Art. We go through to their turn. So in draw phase, we can activate emissions, targeting the Emperor. And then we can activate the Fire Art to tribute the Emperor. And then we have straight up 3,100 and 1,550 going off. So in total, our FTK does 8650 damage. That is GG. Alright, so as you can see, we've got a couple runic cards, we've got a couple volcanic cards. We're going to just speed through this a little bit more. But you play your standard runic lines, get as many into the grave as possible. We have the Trooper, which is really nice. We have the Huggen to put extra cards into the grave. We activate the Slumber. This is going to let us get our, our putbacks and our draws. We're going to see how we go from here. Cool. So we've got follow-up, and now we've got a lot of cards going on. We activate the Trooper. Because we already have the Blaze Accelerator, we're going to have the emissions. So we're going to secure the cards that we know we can get to. We're going to activate Trooper's effect to put a token out. Activate the Rimfire. Rimfire is going to send itself to the grave. Banish itself to put the Emperor in there. We're going to activate the Blaze Accelerator. Blaze Accelerator is going to put the shell in now because we already have cards rotating. We really want to get those shells in. So we're going to pop our opponent's monsters, do 500 points of damage. We're going to use the shell to really start getting our plays in order. We're going to activate the Accelerator to get another Rimy on. The best part about Rimfire is it's going to go to grave with the Huggen, and it's going to get its other effect again, allowing us to use the Blaze Accelerator. Secondary time. Made a bit of a mistake because I sent that to the grave. So we're going to actually place it just straight back face up into the spell and trap zone. Activate its effect, getting another shell out. I'm going to send the two boys for the Inari. Beautiful. Shell's effect. We're going to get another shell to hand. We're going to get the Masquerade, just like before. Inari is going to give us our Fire Art. We're going to get the Emperor on field, and this is going to be a cheeky little 2k damage, and it's going to allow us to get our other trap, which at the time of this replay, I hadn't put the trap in. So we would have our emissions, which we can either special summon to get the two boys on, or we can grab the other trap card, which will be a monster negate. Both are very, very good. And then we have the Fire Arts. So we got the Fire Art. The emissions, they only have, I think, 1350, so they can only special summon 3 times, and then it's game over. So we have IP, so we can go, we've got cards in hands. We got our runic stuff going. We have IP to get, Unicorn or whatever we need. We can special summon another Emperor, which will then put them on Be Careful. We have our Fire Arts to dodge any type of interruptions, to just burn for 3100. It's very, very cool, and that's how you play. So this is replay, can't do it, but if they put a field spell of their own on, Runic Destruction, we already have a Slumber in, so that's a draw 2. Like I said, Unicorn, negates, burn. It's very, very fun. If you want to see more, please just let me know down in the comments below, and I'll put a bunch of replays up against meta decks. Thank you. Peace.